This episode of Captured Pittsburgh's Darkroom has been made possible in part by contributions from Small Universe Media and Captured Identity. Today we're featuring the song And I Feel It Too by Zach Watt.
Nick, take no prisoners. No.
Where's the makeup person?
Right. Glam team next time, promise. Hi, everybody. Adam Thomas here with Captured Pittsburgh's Darkroom. Thanks so much for joining us. On today's episode, we're going to be talking with Nick Prezioso, local Pittsburgh photographer extraordinaire, and going in depth about his work, as well as talking a little bit more about the photo that he submitted that was featured in our open-air gallery space in Shadyside in March. So, Nick, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
So, very quickly, tell us a little bit about your background, Nick.
Started as a graphic designer, got into photography to enhance that skill set, and then photography kind of took over my life.
Right on, yeah, as it does. Yeah. It's the boiling frog scenario.
Exactly.
So how long have you been at it altogether? Not just hobby, but pro both.
Yeah.
You know?
I got my camera probably about 6 years ago, and then it unfortunately just kind of sat there for a couple of months, and I didn't start taking it seriously till about 2 years after that. So
right on.
Yeah, been doing
it.
What
was the push? What kind of got you?
I had a friend, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to come cover Warped Tour?" And I'm like,
awesome.
"Oh, well, yes, I would love to come cover Warped Tour." So that was the first chance that I ever got to use my camera in a concert environment, and it's kind of cool to start with something that's that big and involved and in depth. And it was really nice because nobody really pays attention to you at those kind of things. So I could sneak in where I'm not supposed to be, with a vendor pass,
right,
as opposed to a photo pass.
Which you should never do, but it's totally cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my first concert experience, and then it kind of just stuck from there.
That's cool. Was there a particular shot or a set of shots from that first time on the Warped Tour that kind of made you go, oh, I can do this?
There were more that were like, man, you have a lot to learn if you're going to do this.
Those are probably better, yeah.
There were a couple of good ones that have since been filtered out of the portfolio.
Yeah.
But, it was a better experience than it was, than the artwork was,
right.
So.
Yeah, my first, the first time I got tossed into concert video, which has taken my life over in the last several years, was sort of that way too. Hey, you have cameras. Why don't you come
do this
concert? And I'm at this baseball stadium, shooting this show, and I'm like, So yeah, definitely. But it's the best way to learn. You just get thrown into it.
I just here, do it, and then people saw that I was doing it, so I got more requests, and it kind of just snowballed from there, and now it's my main thing, and I actually know what I'm doing. I like to think there's still a lot to learn, but
no, it's nice, and you can have that confidence behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can walk in and know, I'm going to get this.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite photo so far from your work with music?
One
that really stands out.
That's kind of always changing for me.
How about right now?
Right now,
du jour.
there's one I took on Monday at this group called Sorority Noise, and
it's a great band name.
Yeah. They were good. And it's this girl is trying to take a stage selfie with the band, and the bouncer doesn't know what to do with her. And so she's and the singer's and the bouncer's get over here. And I'm just I captured such, it tells such a story in one photo.
That's awesome.
And it's such a moment. I'm I'm so glad I got this.
I got to see this.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? We need to just put it on the screen. Whoever's editing this guy, we need that photo on the screen. We got to show that to people. That sounds
that's the current favorite. Before that, it was I covered Rise Against at Stage AE, and I got this great shot where the singer's leading over the crowd. He's giving the mic to some people, and there's a sea of people, and then there's this one guy, and then so I published that on my Instagram, and there's this one kid whose face you can see real clearly, and it turns out that it was his birthday that day, and Rise Against is his favorite band. So he got in touch with me, and
You get him a print?
I was able to get him a print.
That's
it's
awesome,
on his wall
man.
right now.
That's
and I'm
very,
like,
very
yes,
cool.
that's like what you're here for, like making
Yeah.
people happy like that.
Yeah,
So.
that's really, really cool. That's a good feeling. That tells you you're on the right track. You get that particular kind of
A little
feedback.
nudge every once in a while is great, you know?
It's one thing when a client is like, "Oh yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
nice job," but you get that personal. Wow, yeah, that's very cool. So, maybe I asked this. I don't think I did. Where are you originally from the Pittsburgh area? Then is that right? Okay.
Grew up in Mount Lebanon.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Just bought a house in Carrick.
Oh, sweet.
Pittsburgh, all about it.
Homeownership. It's
Yes.
great, right?
I mean, I love it, but I love my house, but I don't love putting some of the money into it.
Yeah. I had to force because I didn't want to pay the cost of it. I had to force myself to learn how to fix the furnace this winter.
I've slowly had to learn plumbing.
Did it. Did it. Accomplished it for like a tenth of the price or whatever. So yeah, but 100. Yeah. Anyway, so on to the main reason you're here, and that is, as I said at the top of the show here, Nick had one of his photos featured in our gallery space in Shadyside. If you're not familiar already, the Capture Pittsburgh Open Air Photo Gallery is on Walnut Street, right across from the Apple Store. We sit right between Patagonia and Steel Cactus. We've been there since November of 2016. And the March theme, which Nick was a part of, was music-related photography. So tell us a little bit about the shot that we featured.
That shot was on the same night that I shot the Rise Against one that I was just telling you about.
Cool.
That was overall like the best experience that I've ever had shooting a concert. I didn't know at the time, but I got that like all access pass that lets you go on the stage and everything.
Yep.
And I met some.
Which
of
they're
the
very
bands.
stingy with now.
Yes, yeah. I've shot a lot of concerts, and that was the one.
Yeah.
But overall, that was just such a great night. The band was so nice to me. The staff was so nice to me.
What was which band?
Rise Against was the headliner.
Right.
Pierce the Veil was.
That's right.
Was the band whose shot we ended up using. It was one of like the best experiences I've ever had shooting a show. So I'm like really glad that we were able to use something from that.
Did you get to pretty much take the photo straight out of camera, or did you have a lot of monkey business with it?
I do a lot of post processing.
Right on.
I am slowly like becoming more and more dependent on Lightroom.
Yeah.
Like, as the days go by, but
It's terrible how you work that way. Like you end up on the training wheels.
yeah. I love it. Like that's just like another muscle to be worked. Like I said, I come from the graphic design world, so I had that like Photoshop knowledge going into the photography world. So it kind of like lended itself. I think it gave me just like a little bit of an edge to stand out from the crowd.
Yeah, it's good to bring in that other sort of background element with you. Yeah, definitely. What was it like having the photo featured in the gallery? Was that your first gallery exhibit?
Yeah, it was a first time experience for me. It was
Awesome.
great. It was a whole like, I don't know what I'm doing, but this seems nice. I had a wonderful time. The gallery was great. I met some really cool people that day. The following night, my family, we went out to dinner in Shadyside because they wanted to see it. So I got to show it to the parents and the brother and everything.
That's
so,
cool.
yeah.
We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's there, and now there's an excuse
Now
to
they
go to
want to see it.
Shadyside.
I was like, you guys could like show up for the actual event, but like.
That's right.
But no, it was great. It was. I was kind of worried because I was like so hungry when I got there, and then like I was like, oh, where do I go get food? And I thought I was gonna be late and like screw everything up, but it all worked out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's coming up next for you? Any larger projects or interesting shoots you have?
Well,
On the horizon?
tomorrow I'm shooting Galactic Empire, which is a Star Wars themed metal band.
I know, yeah.
And
They're
there was
awesome.
Max
Their stage
Sabbath.
show is amazing.
Yeah, and
Max Sabbath.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
And I love like kind of jokey, kind of gimmicky bands, so
Yeah.
I'm like super stoked for this. A bigger project though is I mainly work with Mr. Smalls Presents. They're a local promotion company that brings a lot of acts to town, and their goal for the end of the year is to put a book together of all the shows that they've done. So I'm looking forward to seeing that materialize.
It's cool. So you'll have some of your stuff in print with that book then.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Residuals. That's where you want to be.
We'll see what happens.
That's cool, man. So how can folks check out your work online? You have a website, social media?
NickPrezioso.com.
NickPrezioso.com. It will be on the screen, probably in this general area here. But for those that are listening...
The YouTube things where you put it in the corner.
Right. But there is also the audio side of this for folks that are on like iTunes. So would you mind spelling that out?
NickPrezioso.com.
Nick Prezioso.
I had a hunch you had the last part.
There you go. Instagram?
Yeah, Nick.Prezioso.
Nick.Prezioso. Mm-hmm. So anything else, anywhere else that you got your stuff up?
I mean, I'm on the Twitter. Let's Be Animals. That was my old thing.
Nice. The Twitter webs.
Yeah. Facebook, I don't use it that much because they kind of butcher photos on there and de-res them. Yeah. So.
That's cool, man. So, So on the web, Twitter and Instagram if you want to check out Nick's work. And believe me, this guy is well worth your time.
Thank you.
This is one of the people, in my opinion, to keep an eye on in the Pittsburgh music photo scene. Dude, I like your use of light. I like you're not afraid of shadows, which is one of my pet peeves. That's my bread and butter. Yeah. I hate seeing concert photos that are all lit up all the time.
Yeah.
Like I like seeing that. Rock and roll's dark.
Yeah,
it's got grit to it.
That was the biggest thing that I had to learn was like, dude, like your ISO, do not go into that 64 range. It looks terrible.
Keep it down. Keep it down. Yeah. That's cool, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate having you here. And that does it for us on Capture Pittsburgh's Darkroom for this episode. If you haven't already, make sure that you click like and subscribe to our channel, especially if you're on YouTube. And, of course, click the bell so you're notified of each episode as we put it out. And we'd love to hear from you. So make sure that you're also letting us know in the comments section how we're doing. If there's something you'd like to see, somebody you'd like to recommend as a guest, from time to time we will be featuring some non-photography-related creative folks from the area. But in the meantime, on behalf of everybody at Capture Pittsburgh, thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, Nick.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Captured Pittsburgh Darkroom and would like to take a moment to discuss May's Open Air Photography Gallery. May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. Captured Pittsburgh and Dr. Adam Tripp of Better Stories have partnered to help bring awareness to how important it is for everyone to take a break for mental health. Mental Health Awareness Month has been observed in May in the United States since 1949. This May, we are using our open air photography gallery to highlight your favorite mental health escapes. These photographs can be from your favorite vacation destination, your favorite hangout spot, or your favorite pastime. We all need to make sure that we set a time aside for mental health and also reach out and help others that are in need. To participate in this month's gallery, you must tag your photographs with both hashtag CapturedPGH and hashtag mental health awareness on Instagram, or upload them directly to our Captured Pittsburgh Open Air Photography Gallery page on Facebook. Normally, our submission deadline is the 18th of the month. This month, we are going to pay tribute to the stress of tax preparation by not making our deadline the same as the IRS deadline. We are giving you until the April 20th to submit your pictures. Good luck with your submissions.
Captured Pittsburgh Darkroom is produced by Jason Fait, Adam Thomas, and Jason Kodat. Captured Pittsburgh Darkroom is a Captured Cities production, copyright 2018.